Hello stock traders and investors. I hope all of you had a great day today. Today investing had a little bit of a lackluster day. I finished down 1.5%. Definitely had some hardship, and I'll kind of cover why I think this happened. We'll kind of go through it and explain something that you need to watch for in your portfolio that snuck up on me definitely. But so far this month to date, if you were following the top 7, you should be really close to a 20.58% positive return on those top 7 stocks and also the others that I mention and talk about. So moving right along, having a pretty good month. Year to date, my own personal portfolio, I am at 328.78%. That's way above my 200% goal that I had at the beginning of the year. And so I'm feeling really great about that also and continuing to do well. Today I did some intraday trading, and I intraday traded ADMA, SONN, and VRQS. ADMA did not perform the way that I thought it would. I thought with the Trump news conference that stock would really take off, and that is not what happened. There was some kind of doubt placed upon the whole therapy, and that was enough with articles that were written on it to make that stock perform poorly. And so day trading, it was very difficult. If you're intraday trading a stock that is going down, it is just so hard to catch those moves. And I switched around trying to find something better, but it just didn't work out today. Today I had a 4.5% loss in intraday trading. So not all positive days. There are some times where you're going to have some difficulty if you decide to trade that way. That's why I only use 10% of my portfolio when I'm intraday trading. I do like to use Webull for that, and the reason is because it's got fantastic pre-market hours, it's got great tools like market runners, top gainers, top volume stocks, and it's so easy to keep track of all of that. And I love how you can trade in the morning earlier than anyone else, and you can trade as late as anyone else. And so check that out in the description down below if you're looking for a powerful broker. You get one free stock when you sign up and another when you deposit money. So today I have 2 sales that I need to talk about, and I sold them a little early. But I wanted to lock in those profits when you're not having a good day. You want to take some of those profitable stocks that you've been trading and close them out and bank those gains. And so that's what I did today. First one was HARP. I planned on holding it through Tuesday, but it just didn't work out. I was up in it 19%. I saw it dropping. So I wanted to lock in those profits. So that's exactly what I did. So I sold HARP for a 19% gain. And later in the day, I sold TACO for a 6.5% gain. I did that also just to lock in profits and to have a little bit better of a day. So the thing I think that really kind of affected how things went today for me is I had a lot of bio stocks, and so I kind of let myself get into just one sector. Well, when that happens, you can really be affected by an ETF if a particular ETF is having a bad day. The biopharmaceutical ETFs really hurt my overall portfolio today. There was lots of selling and lots of different stuff going on, and biofarms just really didn't do well today, but everything else did. And so that just kind of affected things, and that's going to happen. The one thing you always got to watch for is just to make sure you're well diversified in different markets if you don't want that to happen if you can't handle it. All right, let's get to this top 7 because there are so many great stocks that we need to cover and go through. And let's start with the others. So these are the ones that are not in the top 7 because I think they're going to do well. I just don't think they're necessarily going to do well tomorrow. And they might, a lot of times I'm wrong and I'll get a big runner out of one of these that I put as the others. But let me just kind of go through them first. And the first one is ETON. ETON finished down 3.08% today. My average in it is $7.19. They have a PDUFA date of September 15th and the 29th. So they have 2 of them, and they have a target price by analysts of $15 a share. So I think this one's going to be powerful as we get closer. I think we're going to see a really sharp run up on this one. This is definitely a good time to get in. It's had a couple of rougher days, but I think it's going to turn around as we get closer to that September 15th PDUFA date. The next one is CWH, Camping World. Today it finished down 2.87%. My average in it's $33.63, and the MIRV group has been buying up shares multiple days in a row and a lot higher than where the price of the stock currently is. So I think there's either some news on this or they're just buying up shares, I think that this stock has got a run in it, and typically with insider activity, the stock is undervalued. And so I like CWH for a run up over the next week or so. The next one is KALA. KALA finished up 0.90%. My average in it's $9.27. The reason why this one is not in the top 7 is because it's got an October October 30th PDUFA date. So I was trying to get in way early on this. And so my average is in 927. I feel pretty good about that. The target on this is $22. And so I'm expecting this one to have a really sharp run up, especially as we get closer to that PDUFA date. The next is ZSAN. Now this stock has been fantastic for me personally as we've added it to this list. I'm over 20% up in it so far, but I was able to catch a really good dip on it. Today it had a rougher day. It finished down 7.30%, which is not great. My average in it's $1.36 and has a PDUFA date of October 20th. And analyst targets have this at $3. I think ZSAN is going to be fantastic, especially as we get into October. This is really going to move up. There's lots of great news, lots of catalysts on this one. Next one is CRMD. CRMD finished down 5.94%. My average in it's $4.82. And I like this because an owner bought shares at $4.90. And I always like to get in below what the insider paid. And so I felt really good about this when I got in. And it shot up that first day, but today did not do as well. But I'm still expecting great things out of it. The next is VRCA, and this has had so much insider activity, I don't think you can ignore this one. Today it did finish down 5.70%. My average in it's $9.64. Paul Manning, a director, has bought shares, CFOs have bought shares. There's all kinds of different directors that have been buying shares, CEOs bought shares. I mean, there's just a lot of officers who have bought shares on this. And so in my experience, there's going to be news on this and it's going to pop really hard. And you're going to wish you were in on it, and I think this is a great stock. Absolutely should be in the top 7. It's not, just because I got some others that I think that will do maybe better tomorrow. But anyway, I'm expecting more insider activity as it goes, because typically it doesn't stop, and it's been going on so furiously. I think that that's going to continue. The next is Red Rock Resorts. Now, Red Rock Resorts we've had for a little while, and it's done really well since I've actually put it on this list, up around 12% or so since it's been added to this list. My average in it's $15.02. It had an okay day today. It finished down 0.42%, but it has really been surging. And the Fertitta family has really been buying up shares. They've been making sure that less shares are on the market. I mean, they've been buying in millions and millions of dollars. And so they also have a play-on system that was just announced, and the Fertitta family and Red Rock Resorts owns that. I think that that's going to be huge. So we have this Patreon group that we put together, and we have this Discord that's attached to it. But the one thing that I just absolutely love about it is how everyone's attitude is to help each other. And if you're looking to be a part of that, there's some seasoned investors in there, not just me. And you can definitely learn a lot and pick up a lot of really cool things within this group. We're getting really close to 250 members, and when we hit 250 members, I'm going to do a drawing for a Zoom call with me to ask me any questions that might be in that. So that's coming up, so I'm excited for that. But anyway, you should check it out. For the little money that it costs, I highly recommend it, just because you can make that up in one trade. In one good trade, you could pay for 6 months or 18 months of it. So it's definitely worth checking out. The description down below. Now it's time to get to the top 7. So number 7, and this is brand new to the list, this is FBIO. So today it finished down 6.03%, had a rougher day. My average in it's $3.71. I'm playing a PDUFA run-up on this, and the PDUFA date on this is October 10th, and analyst targets are right at 8 on this, and so there's lots of room for this to run. And so I think FBIO is going to be really great as time goes on. It's definitely been surging up 23, 25% last week, so definitely good. All right, number 6 is TTOO. So this one is finally showing some life, and it's really starting to come back. Today it finished up 6.90%. My average in it is still $1.67. So there's lots of catalysts here, and I like this company a lot, and I've kind of talked about it a lot. They have a sepsis test that's really, really important, especially with what's going on in the world. They can test for sepsis and have sepsis results in 3 hours instead of 2 to 3 days. And that is huge for doctors in order to save lives. And so I like what this company is doing. You know, they had earnings, and I think a lot of investors were disappointed in how many machines they had sold. But one thing investors really didn't take into account is the time frame that they were reporting. I mean, that their sepsis test had not been approved very long. And also the other thing to kind of think in mind is they've been renting these machines too. So they've been leasing these machines to hospitals, not just selling them. And that revenue is important. There's just so many catalysts. There's other reasons why to be in this company. And I think TTO is going to be a really great stock as time goes on. The next one is number 5, and that's NGM. NGM finished up 0.11% today. My average in it's $19.18. This is a phase data run up. So they have phase data information that they are giving out in a presentation on August 29th. So that is coming right up. And so officers have been buying shares prior to this. You know, that's one of those things I typically do really well with. When officers are buying shares, and it's more than one, not just one person, and then they have a data presentation, typically that data presentation is good. And so that is why I like NGM. And that's why I think it's going to be a great little investment for this time frame. So it's one you should check out, definitely. All right, number 4 is SAFE. And I love this stock, SAFE. Today it finished up 0.58%. The reason why I like it is because iStar has been buying shares in this each and every day for 11 days in a row. That's pretty bullish to me. And last year they went over 6 months where they didn't miss a single day of buying shares. And so I'm expecting the price to rise, especially on a stock like SAFE and how few shares are traded each and every day. And the iStar is buying up a lot of those shares, and so I expect the price to go up for that reason. And that's why I like it. That's why it's number 4. The next is Xerox XRX. This stock has done really well since adding to the list the other day, and it finished up 2.08% today. My average is $18.50. And it had more insider buying by a director, and so multiple insider buys, and this is very bullish. So I think XRX is going to be a great one for insider swing play. Number 2 is AQST, and this has had a tougher last couple of days, but overall just doing really fantastic in it. I'm up 46% in it. Today it finished down 3.90%. My average is $5.35. Analysts think it's worth $18 a share. I'd be okay with that. And the PDUFA date on this is September 27th. And I also like the drug that it is, you know, so this is a new drug for epileptic seizures. And I'm really hoping, especially with the phase 3 data that they presented and that they had, that this is something that could really help people. And so hopefully this one gets FDA approved. I'm expecting great things out of AQST. And number one is NMTR. This is a lower price stock. So this is basically a penny stock. And I don't like to do this too often, but there's a couple reasons why I like NMTR. So today it finished down 5.37%. That's actually good news if you're looking to get into this stock. They've had lots of insider activity, and today the CEO bought more shares at 69 cents. My average in at 68 cents. This stock could really climb, and they need to get this over $1 a share in order to kind of keep away from delisting. And so I like this because so many officers are ponying up their own money and putting money into this stock. So they have some news to bring it up over $1, or they're just planning on buying so many shares that they've calculated what it would take in order to get it over $1 a share. And so for that reason, I'm very bullish in it, just because I keep seeing that insider activity and see it again today. You know, there's been some concerns over an offering. Well, they really can't do that with what they're looking at. And so I think that their plan is to just buy up a bunch of shares. And so that's what seems to be going on. I do a lot of work for this video, so if you do me a huge favor, please hit that most amazing and wonderful like button. And then also, if you were to share this video with your friends, I'd very much appreciate that and would be honored by that. If you like what I have to say and you're seeing me for the first time, or you've seen me before and you just never have subscribed, please subscribe and then turn on those bell notifications so you get notified whenever a new video comes out. I look forward to talking with each and every one of you throughout the day. I have so many great conversations throughout the day, and so I really enjoy that. Here's looking to a great rest of the week, and Raythoven out.